Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball next on the show. Justin Steele is the man towing the rubber for the Cubs in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
So striding forward now, Zach Ham. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For the Dodgers, the shortstop, Zach Ham.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. But this is foul for the first strike.
First pitch, 120.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game.
Batting second, the first baseman.
Into the box now, Sammy Unger. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty B, this team's been playing some good ball. You know, Yogi Berra has that saying, it's getting late early, and D-Row, they're starting to open up a nice lead in the month of May.
I like that line right there. Yeah, without question, this team has played well the whole month of April, found themselves in first place with a nice division lead, and they want to continue to put that foot on the throttle.
Now the 2-0. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Our temperature a very comfortable 72 degrees as we get things started. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1.
No, that's down.
Part of the order on deck, so keeping this 2-hole hitter off the bags is always important.
The 3-1. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
Whoa, you know a pitcher is really fighting himself when he misses a zone by that much. I'm surprised the catcher could even bring that in.
Stepping in, Vinny Gambino, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the belt, kicks and deals. Unger stands at first with 1 out. A ball and a strike. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
Here's the 1-2.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Here now the 2-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
At the plate, Bobby Crosby, as the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
2 out with the man at first. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Dodgers leave one. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Chris Pratt gets the start for Los Angeles in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, hitters have had their way with this guy this year. This is a stat any pitcher doesn't want to have attached to him. The league hitting over 300. That's righties and lefties hitting over 300 against this guy. That's something he's going to drastically have to improve on.
Coming to the plate now, Adam Greenberg. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Greenberg.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Dero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction. If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here, take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
The 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle, reined in, and they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
So frustrating, Dero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop to second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
It's really tough to double up a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball, so they should be happy they at least got the guy out at second. It'll be interesting now to see if he tries to use that speed again and swipe a bag and get into scoring position.
Here's a look over to first. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. J.C. Embry comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
In there. Now the throw is not going to get him as he swipes second.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
Ready with the 0-2.
Count is 1-2.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, got to feel like it's a win for the offense.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
To short. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Ryan.
Striding into the box, Ryan Buckner, and he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 0-2. Line towards center field. Rayburn will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Cubs strand 1. We are still scoreless. Set to go now, Darryl Costello, and we'll see if he can get out of this little dry spell he's stuck in. Not much offensively coming from him lately. The pitch. Hey! Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
You know, when you're facing a top-of-the-line pitcher like this, he's going to be down around the knees like that more often than not. The key is punishing whatever mistakes he makes, but so far he hasn't made many.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Armstrong is there, and he has it for the out.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Phil Thomas.
Now at the plate, Phil Thomas is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. First offering on its way.
Count 1-0.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Called strike on the change. 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Now the pitch. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
At the plate now, Mark Thorman, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Comes in with an average of 265, 6 home runs, and 23 driven in. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Not in time. He's in there at second.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard at this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
This one's down to third. Zobrist has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting 8, the center fielder, Bobby Rayburn.
At the plate, Bobby Rayburn. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that is off the first base bag. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily.
Boy, I don't know about that pitch selection right there, D-Roy. You have a base open with the pitcher on deck. Not very good pitching right there.
Dan, as a guy who hit 8th in the National League a time or two, nothing's more difficult than to try and mind meld with the pitcher and come up with a game plan when you know you got the pitcher on deck. Shocking that he was coming after him right there in that big spot, and he paid the price.
Now a move over to first, and the runner back. Dodgers have the early 1-0 advantage as we play the second. And again a throw, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
The 1-1 misses, ball 2. Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
1 pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the second inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
High in the air out to center field. Greenberg is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of the second. The Dodgers lead it 1-0. So striding in, Freddie Santiago. He's hitting .333 in the series, 2 for 6.
Freddie Santiago.
Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
The 1-2. And there's a base hit on the line. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. Here's the first pitch to him. Ready with the 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1. Ball match outside.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
A runner at first with no outs here. Throw over to the bag, and he's back in standing. The 2-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Right fielder is on the run. He's there and records the first out.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Zobrist.
The next Cub up, Ben Zobrist. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Counts 1-0.
Zobrist, or Zorilla as he's sometimes called. He was taken in the 6th round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Very well could have been a hit-and-run attempt there. But you kind of have to make contact for those to work out. He didn't, and his teammate was hung out to dry at second.
The 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike, to count.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
On a line, that's a base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Stepping in now, Jesse Padilla. No balls and 1 strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
2 strikes.
Two and 2 to the Cubs catcher.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Got a full count.
Well, this has been a good at bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
Right side. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they won't even attempt to run on that arm in right. So despite the runner moving on the pitch, it'll wind up first and second here.
It's a grinder, AB. 3-2 changeup, and he's able to stay back and drive it for a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
Standing in now, Justin Steele, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They trail this one 1-0. Now to the plate, Zach Ham. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
The shortstop, Zach Ham.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Runs up and gets this one down. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. But this will get foul for strike 2.
Nope.
And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
To the plate now, Sammy Unger, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. For the current campaign, Unger hits a little over the 270 mark. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Ball 2. And he chased it in the dirt. He makes the throw to first. 2 down.
Now batting,
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Vinny Gambino. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. A big roundhouse curveball in there for strike one. And it's 1-1. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard on the ground towards second. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Into the box, Bobby Crosby. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Oh, he's got that beautiful 12-6 curveball, doesn't he? It's part of what makes him as good as he is, and he has a lot of confidence in it. He'll even throw it behind the count at times.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Pitch out, nothing doing. A runner on first with 2 away. All even now, 2-2. From the stretch. Hard hit ball to second. Kipnis is there. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for LA, but they're on top 1-0.
We're just about set to go here as the Cubs come to bat in the 3rd inning, and Chicago fans have been fortunate to watch one of the best offenses around this season. And in large part, they do it with their legs. Entering the day, they are tops in the majors in stolen bases. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it translates to offensive production, but as one player told me, we apply pressure with our speed. It's not just steals. We have the ability to stretch hits into doubles and triples, so I think we're in scoring position more than most other clubs. That makes sense, and it's working for them. Guys?
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Greenberg.
First pitch on its way. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. But a foul ball, 1-1. Now here's the pitch. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
The left fielder, number 4, Pete Armstrong.
So now to the plate, Pete Armstrong, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. Reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. Here's the 0-1.
Good speed at first and good speed with the guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
He's running. That's a strike to throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. The 1-2. Swing and a liner. And that's in there. Base hit. Greenberg isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Safe at the plate. We're all square at one apiece.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, JP Embry.
At the plate, J.C. Embry, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Pulled toward right center field. Gambino will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan Buckner.
So digging in now, Ryan Buckner. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Now a throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Has a look, now the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit, but unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
The 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location, and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Struck him out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
In now, Freddie Santiago. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Now a throw over, and the runner back safely. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. The 1-1.
No, inside.
Throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Now the 2-1. Grounded to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Start of the fourth upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with LA's manager to discuss his thoughts on the Dodgers offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Darryl Costello. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, that's inside.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
The 2-0 on the way. Now a pitch swung on and missed. It's 2-1.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
And this will be fouled away. Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
Another full count pitch home. And it's fouled away. The next 3-2. High and deep to right center. Greenberg is there, and he has it for the first out. All right, so time now for the Cubs Road to the Show report, as we see a couple of prospects who have been performing at a high level in the upper minors. Stepping in now, Phil Thomas. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Thomas stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
One run on 3 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3.
One thing to take note of is how these last 2 batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already on them, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14 is near the top end of what you want to throw in a complete inning.
Greenberg is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball, and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
Stepping up now, Mark Thorman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. Got him to reach out of the zone for that one. Strike one. And he misses with it. 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And this is popped up near second base. Embry will put this one away, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Digging in, Jason Kipnis. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel and not have a guy ready that you can turn to.
Ball 1.
1-1, no strike.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up. And that's the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Ben Zobrist.
So 1 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Ben Zobrist. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0.
Count 2-1.
Line drive to center field, and that'll be a base hit for Zobrist.
D-Roll, this is the kind of guy, he doesn't really scare you as a pitcher because he's not a home run hitter, but somehow, some way, he always seems to get the barrel to the baseball.
Yeah, he's going to make you earn it, Dan, no doubt about it. He stays within himself. He doesn't try and do too much. One of those quality guys that walks through the clubhouse door every day. You know exactly what you're getting.
Into the box now, Jesse Padilla. No balls and a strike to count. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
The 2-2. A bouncer to the left side, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
And now the Cubs pitcher, Justin Steele. And it seems like maybe they're starting to get to the guy on the mound a bit now.
Yeah, and that could be a sign that he's starting to wear down a little bit, Matt. The first thing to go when you're getting tired is usually your command. So even if you're throwing strikes, they might be a little bit more hittable than they were earlier in the game.
All right, something to keep an eye on if he remains in the game much longer. Has a look, now the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Awesome execution right there. Great pitcher's pitch and an excellent job to get ahead in a tough spot.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Lifted the other way to left center. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The batter, the center fielder, Adam Greenberg.
Now here's the Dodgers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, not exactly sure why he's getting the hook, as he's given up just one run, but nevertheless he's on his way to an early shower. Brandon Nellis trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Number 43, Brandon Nellis.
Adam Greenberg will be his first assignment here, as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. He's set. Here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Bobby Rayburn.
Bobby Rayburn.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball. 1-1.
The 1-1.
Nope, that's a ball. You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Two and 2 the count. Now here it comes. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Full count still. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
That is not the way he wanted to start off this half inning. It's one thing to walk the leadoff hitter, but it's even more painful when the leadoff hitter is an absolute burner, and he can really wreak some havoc on the bases.
Ready now, Brandon Nellis. First at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And that's out number 1.
Now batting, the shortstop, Zach Ham.
Now back to the top of the Dodgers order. Digging in, Zach Ham. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And a dive, but he's back in. Now a spin and another throw back to second. And he just manages to get his hand in. And again a throw. And the runner back. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. Throw just in time as he was flying down the line that time.
Oh, that'll make you smile as a pitcher. You make a good pitch, you blow the guy's bat up, and then you make the play yourself. In your head, you're thinking, nice swing, meat.
Ready once again, Sammy Unger, runner in scoring position with two gone. He's set and the pitch. Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes. One and one to the Dodgers first baseman. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Men on third with 2 down. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Ready with the payoff pitch. And he missed with it there, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit.
Gambino.
Digging in and looking for more, Vinny Gambino. And their runners at the corners now. First offering on its way. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The set and the 1-0. Fouled off. The set and the 1-1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The set and the 2-1. Here's a pop-up now. Zobrist waits on it. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Standing in, Pete Armstrong. He singled his last time up.
The left fielder, Pete Armstrong.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And no swing, apparently. Ball one. Nellis has tossed over 30 innings so far this season and has a rather inflated ERA, one that won't come down easily. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Pitch on the way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. Around first, digging for two. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
So in now for Chicago, J.C. Embry. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. The 0-1 on its way. Fastball called for strike two.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if the hitter expands the zone.
A runner at second, nobody out. Oh-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. Has a look, now the pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fouled away. Ready with another 2-2. Now here's the ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. But this is taken in on the warning track as the runner will tag from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan.
Ready for another chance? Ryan Buckner, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team to lead.
And a fastball runs a bit too far inside as he's got to step out of harm's way there.
Runner on third, sac fly situation, right? Two pitchers down. Really good job of patience, trying to get a pitch that he can lift into the air to drive that runner home.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. From the belt, the pitch lifted down the line in left. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Pulled toward right center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score as that run breaks the tie and makes this a 2-1 ball game.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Now in the box, Freddie Santiago. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope. Outside.
Time to be aggressive with these hitters now. After that sac fly, now it's time to try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
2 out, nobody on. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-2.
Ball upstairs.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Now the payoff pitch home is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. 5 innings complete. The Cubs lead this one 2-1. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Bobby Crosby. On his way to pitch number 100. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Popped him up. Padilla shading to his right. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the third baseman, Darryl Costello.
Now at the plate, Darryl Costello. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, are you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Roll. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon.
Your attention, please.
So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Willie Peralta is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season. To the plate now, Phil Thomas, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Peralta has thrown north of 1,800 big league innings in his career, and over those innings he's collected over 1,500 strikeouts. And it's fouled away. Peralta comes at hitters with a good hard fastball, one that's certainly fun to watch.
He's a throwback to kind of guys that he likes his fastball. It's a good fastball, not the best fastball in the game, and he's not afraid to throw it. And you know what else, Matty V? He goes right at the hitters.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Standing in now, Mark Thorman. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
Here now the 2-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in there. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Dodgers leave 1. They still trail it here 2-1. So coming to the plate, Jason Kipnis, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
First delivery to him on the way. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him.
One of the things every pitcher wants to do is make sure that those hitters aren't very comfortable up there. See how he runs this hard one in right here? That's a pitch you just want to try to get a hitter to move his feet a little bit.
Locked him up with the off-speed stuff on that one. Jason Kipnis is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. And that'll bring in the veteran Ben Zobrist. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. A ball and no strikes. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. Count, the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Now the 2-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Rayburn is there, 2 gone.
The catcher, number 3, Jesse Padilla.
Riding in once again, Jesse Padilla. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Thomas has a play. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Leading off the inning, Bobby Rayburn, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the Dodgers get their leadoff hitter on base to kick off the inning.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Jason Mathis will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Jason Mathis.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Quick check on that tying run at first. Runner back safely. Line drive snagged on a short hop on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Coming on as a pinch hitter is a tough spot to be in, but that's the last thing you want to do when your skipper calls on you. Not going to be happy about that.
So base is empty now after the double play, and stepping up as the shortstop, Zach Ham. First delivery to him on the way. And they'll start things out with a changeup here, but this is a bit too tight. It's ball 1.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. Three and 0 now.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Three and 1 is the count to the Dodgers shortstop.
4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
And he lays off ball 4, so now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
Stepping into the box, Sammy Unger, man at first after the 2-out walk. From the stretch. Fastball in there for a called strike. We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel, 2-1 our score. Runners on the move for second. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
The set and the 1-1. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Ham rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate. It's a 2-2 game.
Now batting.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
So now to the plate, Vinny Gambino. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And this one gets away. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. From the belt, the pitch.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And as Dodger fans have heard for years, she is out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, number 11 for him on the season, and it's going to give the Dodgers a 4-2 lead.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
Billy Palmer will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 25, Billy Palmer. Now playing third base and batting 9, number 12, Nick.
And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Bobby Crosby. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
Here comes the first pitch. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. And And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. Into the corner and slicing foul. Drilled to the left side, and that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Up next for the Dodgers, the third baseman, Darryl Costello.
In now, Darryl Costello, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. 3 runs already home here. Smoke toward third. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up, and LA's taking a 4-2 lead. Vinny Marchand gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Vinny Marchand.
Digging in, number 12. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. The 1-2 is a slider that misses below the zone.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
We got 3-2.
And in a 2-run game right here, you really don't want to walk the leadoff guy to start an inning. You got to keep that tying run in the on-deck circle as long as you can.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Yeah, that strategy is great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's ugly. And he was here to face one guy, and he couldn't get it done.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Adam Greenberg. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball 1, no strike.
Seventh inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. One ball and one strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Now a throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. Here's the 1-1 delivery.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Now a throw over. Throw is up the line as it gets away.
You know, I think he tried to be even quicker with his pickoff throw over the first that time than the move he showed earlier. And when you do that, sometimes your feet and arm aren't in sync, and it causes you to throw it away just like that one.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. And there's one down now.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Pete Armstrong. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there. The 1-1 is laid off of down and in.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. 1 out and a runner on third. Still 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Gambino has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he's not even going to consider it here as he holds tight at third with 2 away now.
Shortstop, J.C. Embry.
Digging in, J.C. Embry. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail it here 4-2. Luke Little has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 43, Luke Little.
Leading off the inning, Phil Thomas, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch on its way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Fouled off. The 1-2.
2-2 count.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Here's the first pitch to him. Mark Thorman comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. There's ball 4.
Ball 4.
Up next for the Dodgers, the center fielder, Bobby.
Digging in to try it again. Bobby Rayburn, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Now batting, the pitcher, Vinny Martin.
Angel Ortiz will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
For Los Angeles, number 17, Angel Ortiz.
Hard on the ground towards short. He's right there. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. 1 left for LA, but they still lead this one 4-2. Jason Jaquez is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 34, Jason Jaquez.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And next it'll be the switch-hitting first baseman, Ryan Buckner.
Ryan Buckner.
Now here it comes. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Outside, 3-0 now.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you, so we'll see if that's the case here.
Now at the plate, Freddie Santiago. First pitch coming, here it is.
Whoa, that's down.
Jaquez, a 6'3" left-hander. This is his second year as a major leaguer. The 1-0. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Nobody out, runner on first. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 2-2 one more time. Jason Kipnis, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
At the plate now, Jason Kipnis, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Count is 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Sammy Sosa will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 21, Sammy Sosa.
Line to the right side. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. Still down by a count of 4-2. Ronnie Wickert enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Ronnie Wickert.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Zach Ham. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0. Chopped in front of home plate. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Sammy Unger.
Into the box now, Sammy Unger. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
0-1 the count. Ball 1. 1-2 now. And the pitch. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Now
Vinny Gambino will stand in again, and we'll take you back to the 7th inning. This was a 2-run home run, and it was one of the key blows in the ball game thus far. First delivery to him on the way. In there, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Forkball didn't miss by a whole lot, 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Bounce towards the second baseman. Kipnis has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. Nothing more in the Dodger ninth. Last chance coming up now for the Cubbies. They remain down by a count of 4-2. Logan Batista is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Logan Batista.
Jesse Padilla will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Jesse Padilla.
Now here's the pitch. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball? Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
The count now at 2-1. Line drive to left. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game. Leadoff hitters aboard, and that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile. Bring the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Bottom part of the zone, and the slider is in there for a called strike. Taken, but called for strike 2 on the outer part of the zone. Oh, and 2. Here it comes. Ripped down the first base line. The throw pulls him off the bag.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way around.
Chris Tan will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 8, Chris.
So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And standing in the outfielder, Adam Greenberg. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled away. None out, runners at first and second. Again, another foul ball. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
The 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is straining him on base. And now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Into the box now, Pete Armstrong, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. The 0-1 on its way. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Got to find a way to grind.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? There's 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Striding in, J.C. Embry. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first is going to be in time for the final out, and the Dodgers have bounced back from consecutive losses to take game 3 of the series as this ball game is over. 4-2 the final score today. The Dodgers jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Brandon Nellis earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Logan Batista records the save, his 11th of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.